guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title, I am doing a little like story time type video, like explaining to you guys how I managed to graduate college early. And my story is a little different than the normal kid who just like gets all straight A's through high school, does APs, gets the credit in college, graduates early. I like have a different story because I basically almost failed my freshman year and I was able to turn it around and graduate early. So if you guys are excited about this video, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already yet. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And yeah, so let's just get started. So I think I'm gonna start with when I got to school and just kind of, I don't know, the typical things that a freshman go through. So I came out of a very, I don't want to say like strict, but like my high school, I was such a goody two-shoes. And I still am now. Come full circle here because I had my freshman year in college was a little tough, but you know, got it back together. So yeah, freshman year in college kind of went a little bit crazy, and I don't know if it's because I didn't do anything bad in high school. I never drank, never smoked. I still haven't smoked. That's one thing I don't do. Not one thing, but I'm talking about smoking and drinking. So yeah, I never really broke any rules in high school. I was, yeah, very goody two-shoes, straight and narrow type of student. And then when I got to high school, then when I got to college, I did a lot of experimenting. And you know, I think that's definitely an important thing for kids to do, because I think that's how you learn. I definitely wouldn't be the person I am now if I didn't go through the things I went through. So yeah, I had a lot of fun freshman year, a little bit too much fun. I went out like every night. I did the very typical like college experience. So I went to Bentley University. It's right outside of Boston, and it's the type of school where like everyone's kind of like a type A personality. Everyone wants a 4.0, and if you don't have a 4.0, you're like dumb, which I didn't like that because, I don't know, I just didn't like that type of environment. And then, so everyone like studies very hard during the week and just, I don't know, everyone's like obsessed with their grades and stuff. And then weekend comes and it's just like all hell's broke loose. Like it's absolutely insane. You would wake up on like a Saturday and Sunday morning and the school would just be like destroyed. I don't know, it was just like Bentley students love to party. So yeah, I definitely got roped up into that lifestyle. And also like boys did not help. Yeah, it didn't help. Towards the end of my freshman year, I was dating a senior. So like obviously that was dumb because, you know, it's the same thing like in high school when you get like senioritis. Like, you know, you're graduating, you know you're almost done, so you're like not gonna try that hard in school because you've already done it all. But I was a freshman, so that wasn't the best idea for me to be doing that. So yeah, one of my final exams, I pretty much missed it. That guy actually had to like come to my dorm room, wake me up, and it was bad because like we were out that night. It was just like bad news all around. And yeah, I ended up failing that class. And yeah, so I think after that, that was just like a big wake-up call for me that like I'm spending all this money to get an education, to go to college, and I was kind of just throwing it down the drain, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that was kind of a really long story to get there, but I basically just went crazy freshman year, did not do well in school. Especially at Bentley, freshman year is like the hardest year because you have to take these accounting and finance classes that are just absolutely killer. And I hadn't taken accounting in high school, so it was extra hard. And yeah, it was just a big wake-up call for me. And then that summer, I actually started dating my current boyfriend now, John, and he likes to like take credit for my like life turnaround. He thinks once I started dating him, I just became like a good student again, but I think it was just a coincidence. I had this experience this freshman year and just, I don't know, decided to get my act together. So yeah, that's when I decided that I just wanted to get school kind of over with. I think there's like two types of people. in college. You either absolutely love it and you never want to leave, and even when you graduate you're still living in college. There's that type of person, and then there's the type of person who just wants to get it over with. And I was just done. After freshman year, I was like, I've had all the fun I can have and should have, because I don't know, I just figured, I don't know, I just wanted to like get my life going, wanted to start making money. Oh, I was also working all through college. I was still modeling, and so that was tough because like obviously all the alcohol and everything, I was kind of like destroying my body and my health. And so also like my job kind of gave me a wake-up call to get my life together. I decided that, oh, I guess it was actually probably midway through freshman year. The first semester was like the terrible one when I did all the bad stuff. And then I actually got put on academic probation. And you know, I'm like not ashamed telling you guys this at all, because I'm hoping to inspire some of you people watching that you can be at the lowest point and you can get up to the highest. So yeah, I was put on academic probation. I was one of 2 girls in the like class thing we had to take, and the rest were all guys. And so that kind of made me feel a little crappy too, that like, wow, I'm really not doing good, or doing well. I went to college, guys. But yeah, and it was, so the woman who taught, or yeah, was like facilitating this class that we had to take was, I think she was like the assistant dean of academics. But yeah, she was like the one person that really kind of just gave me the confidence to get my life back together too, because I at that point was just like really doubting myself, especially with like the career I do with modeling. I was at a very business oriented school, and even throughout all of my early school years too, like in elementary school, high school, I started modeling when I was 8, so I've been doing this for a long time. You get the stereotype that you're just dumb because you're a pretty girl or whatever. I had to deal with that a lot, and so that had always really broken down my confidence. I don't think I ever knew my academic potential because of like the bullying and everything that I received. So this woman really helped me kind of just see like my true potential and stuff, and really helped me get back on track. So I'm very thankful to her for that. But yeah, basically after that first semester, the second semester, I was in this academic probation class, and that was the semester that I really just like turned everything around, and I decided that I was going to focus on modeling and building my career and finishing school early. So basically the point is, you can fail a class, you can have, I had no APs in high school, so I didn't come into college with any college credit, and I was able to graduate early. So now I'm going to explain to you guys how I graduated early. So there's like 5 things that I did, I think, that really helped me to graduate early. I'm not sure if all colleges have this or accept these types of things, but this is what I did. So first tip that's kind of, I don't know if it necessarily helped me to graduate early, but it kind of just helped me be able to fit more into my schedule and have kind of like a less packed week. So that would be taking night bomb classes. I don't know if your school calls them night bombs, but at Bentley that's what we called them. So basically you have class 1 time a week instead of 2 times a week, and I think it was from like 6 or 6:30 to 9. So it was like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour class, and that was the only class for the whole week. And so those were really good because you were able to just like get a class over with. So like I think a couple semesters I took 2 night bombs each semester, and that was just a good way, just like your 1 day week and it's gone. I mean, it was really tough going at night, and I'm definitely more of a morning person, so that was hard for me. But if you're a night person, I think taking night bomb classes are awesome. Next, what I also did, I did this, I don't know, I think I did junior year. Oh wait, no, I only went to college for 3 years, so it was junior year, yeah. So I did an internship, and so internships usually you get college credit for. So I interned at the Jimmy Fund on their corporate side, and I worked for their golf team, so helping with all of like their corporate golf charity events, and it was really cool. So that was an awesome experience, really fun internship, and I got college credit for it, so that was awesome. And then I also did a study abroad program just during my winter vacation. So I didn't do the formal like 4 months abroad, just because obviously I wanted to graduate early and stuff, and I don't know, I didn't have time to do that. So I just did like a mini trip, and I went to Italy for 10 days. We did 5 days in Milan and 5 days in Florence, and it was actually a fashion retailing course. So it was right up my alley, very interesting to me, and I got school credit for it. So there you go. Next, I'm not sure if other schools, well, they must because these tests exist, but I don't know if your school accepts these, but Bentley did accept them and now they don't accept them. So I like just made the cut, which I'm like very thankful for because they're awesome, but they are called the CLEP exams. Forget what it stands for, but I don't know, it stands for something. So it's basically you take this like hundreds of questions, multiple choice tests, and it's usually in a subject that like you took in high school or whatever, and it's supposed to be tests for the like gen eds, like your generic classes that you have to take in college. You can basically test out of them. So I took 5 of these exams and I passed 3 of them, I think. So that's basically more than half a semester done just in the CLEP exams, and they're like $80. So that's also a thing. I wanted to graduate early because I was also going to save like a lot of money because Bentley is a very, very expensive school. So I saved a lot of money by graduating early, and taking the CLEP exams were amazing because they're 80 bucks an exam. Like, I can't even believe that Bentley did accept them, but I just made the cut and they did, so that was awesome. So definitely look on like your school website or ask someone if they accept CLEP exams. There's also another term. There's another type of test that it's a little more expensive, but still way less than a formal class at your school. So for like this silly little requirements that like generic classes you have to take that like you're really not gonna get anything out of, why not just test out of them? So that was great. And then lastly, the way I was able to graduate early is I took summer classes. And yeah, I know that might not sound like it's fun, but I did them all online, which was incredible because I didn't have to go into any school. I actually, a couple years ago, I lived 2 years ago, so I think it was right before maybe the winter, oh wait, no, this was during the winter. So the winter of my sophomore year, I actually lived in Miami because as you guys know, like college breaks, it's so long. It was like a full month off, and I lived down in Miami, and I was able to take classes during the winter too, because they have, I think they're like 3-week classes, and everything's just like packed in, so you have like work every night, but whatever, I was able to do it. So I took winter classes and summer classes. So like the winter semester and then the summer semester. And I was able to finish all my college credit in 3 years. So I highly suggest summer classes and winter classes and online classes if your school accepts them. So some of the classes I did take Bentley online, but then I also was able to get classes approved at community colleges, which was amazing because then again, I'm saving money too. So I think I did Worcester State, not Worcester State, Bridgewater State. Maybe it starts with a W, but I did a few community colleges in Massachusetts, and that was awesome because they're obviously so much less expensive. I think one of the classes was like $800, but that's a lot less than the Bentley classes. So I was able to save a lot of money by doing that, and I was able to finish early. I'm definitely very thankful and happy that I graduated early because I don't know, I just wanted to get into the real world. I moved down to New York. This is where I live now. I moved down here for modeling, and then I launched my swimwear line. I do the social media work. I also just started a photography business. I'm the type of person that I need to be doing like a million things. I always said I could never work in a cubicle. It's just not me. I like having a lot of things going on and stuff, so I'm very happy in my life right now. And I basically wanted to just make this video to hopefully like inspire other people. If you're not doing well in college right now, don't worry about it because you know, I was at literally the lowest point that I could have been, and then I graduated early. So if I can do it, you can do it. And I'm also thankful that I had the pretty tough experience my freshman year because I think it makes my story more interesting. Like I'm not just the typical like went to a private high school, then went to like an Ivy, and you know, I don't know, I feel like I just have a more interesting story that's a little more impactful. When I have kids one day, I think I'll be able to be more inspiring to them. So I don't know, I'm all about the story. Like I tell this to my boyfriend all the time when he, I don't know, has struggles with work or anything. I'm like, you are building your story. Like one day when you go to write your life story in a book, it's gonna be interesting. Like you think of any successful person in the world, none of them were like a straight line shooting to the top. It was complete zigzag. It was like fail, 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 and then they succeeded. So I don't know, I like having the more tough story because it makes life more interesting. So if you are struggling, or if you failed a class, or if you're struggling in a class, well, definitely try to do well. I'm not saying don't try to do well just for a story, but don't be ashamed. Don't ever feel like you're not good enough, because I definitely felt like I was not good enough and I didn't think I was worthy of being at the school I was at. And then I was able to graduate early, and I graduated very, very well. If I didn't have my freshman year grades, I would have had like a 4.0 GPA. So also a point, freshman year grades are so important because like your GPA builds. So if you have really bad grades freshman year, it's really hard to get your GPA up. It took me like all 3 years to get my GPA up. But yeah, definitely hit the ground running from the start because it's hard to get your grades up. But yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it to put in all the hard work to graduate early. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this little story time video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. If you guys have any questions about anything I talked about, I think I hit on all the major points, but if I left any questions, leave me a comment down below. I will answer it. And if you have a story similar to mine, definitely comment down below too. Like I'd love to hear it. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.